Hello. Traditional greeting. Other statements. So, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. That's what's going on right now. It has been a little bit for me, but not a terrible amount. I'm just recalling where I'm at. All right. Now, I think I'm kind of in a place where I'm making progress through the different quiet pauses. Yeah, that's what I'm working through. I'm working through all the monsters to get up to the next rank and unlock the urgent, where the green Nargacuga was what we did last time. That was definitely a challenge, but in conquering it, there is confidence. Now, I have some Trank bombs. Maybe it'll be wise to pull a another trap just to try and go a little quicker. I like the idea of trying to get defense up. So I'll try that. Hey, nice. I think Polisher is related to sharpening your sword. Okay. Now, I've done that. I think there's what? Trying to recall what is actually... Okay, I do have to do the Baleful Giganox. And I have to do Aragon. So I guess let's try the Baleful Giganox. Ugh. Okay, while we're in here, we will take one of the 30 shock traps I've bought. We will confirm I am up on my Mega Potions. Yeah, I think this should be an acceptable amount of stuff. Yeah, like I have potions, Mega Potions, antidote, herbal medicines. I have all the drinks, charms, stuff to set up traps. All right, if we're gonna be okay, this is the closest we're gonna get. So we will head on in. I might move my mic really quick here. Apologies for the slight shuffle sound. All the audio files have cringed and hurt their heads. Oh, well, look at that. Hello, Baleful Giganox. Now, it's important to note that I do not have this dude's, like, move set memorized. I imagine he's more or less gonna be a regular Giganox, but electric. He seems to yell more. Okay. And blue sharpness cannot penetrate his tail, so that's really a good sign. Seems like we're gonna take a moment to actually get our first hit in. That's sometimes just what life is. This dude moves a lot, makes it a little tough to consistently get some attacks on, but hey, I'm happy to just get in there and give it a go. Maybe the wing isn't a bad thing to focus on, because it seems like the tail is just not ideal. And then whatever that is, calling lightning like a Kieran. Yeah, we'll just have to do what we can. Make it work if possible and figure out where we failed if not. Alright, I've just, oh. That is a cool looking rage mode. I'm not gonna lie. The whole skin changing to red looks quite ferocious. And then it you know, reminds one of a red Kezu. I think it's long been presumed that Kezu and Giganox have some degree of shared ancestry. Just because they both have like the rubbery flesh and the similar mouths. I don't know what I was thinking about there. I'm already worried this is going to be a long fight just because it seems like a pretty persnickety situation. Like, you know, I'm doing a lot of running and jumping and hiding and trying to... Ooh. Okay, I'm pinned against a wall. Never a good thing in Monster Hunter. Now, I don't really understand why he charges up that way before doing a jump. Is it to make his mouth a paralysis-like spear so I can't go a certain distance to him? Is it a preparing of a different attack? I literally do not know. Also, the AoE indicator on that is a little bit confusing. Is like everywhere that is light a risk? Because it seems like the outer elements of that ring are not quite affected. I don't know. What is there to know about Baleful Giganox? I wonder, is this like the thing's only appearance? 'Cause I'm just thinking, like, maybe it's in 4 generations. I think that's like part of the deal with 4, or not 4 generations. I think generations has like more or less every monster. At least up until that point in time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think pretty much everything makes an appearance in generations. Or for the purposes of my playthrough, when I eventually get there, it'll be double cross. Because like before the 3DS store closed, I had bought my copy of 4. Oh, I'm gonna get forked here. And my copy of 4 was, you know, normal in English. And then I also ended up getting a copy of Double Cross. Just out of curiosity. And then I figured as well, like, it's just easier to run that game on your computer, so to say. Okay, I just heard a sound and it was my dog coming over to sit by my feet. Cutest behavior the dude just picked up, where for the most part, yeah, he if I'm like working, because I work at my desk a lot, or if I'm writing because of one of my dozens of hobbies, the dog will just come and sit right by my feet. And he'll just be like, okay, you're doing a thing, but the mat under your chair is comfy, so as long as I can sit here. And I am happy to have him sit by my feet. It's cute. It's kind of uncanny though. Like, I'm a first-time dog owner for the most part. I've been around dogs and spent some time with them, but it's the first time I've like had one for myself. And there's some things that I don't know. You, like until you experience them, you just don't know what to make of it. And when you have a puppy, it does feel like you're never going to be able to look away for 5 seconds. And then, you know, week after week, month after month, that little land shark starts to become an acceptable human being. Well, you know, adhere to the manners of human beings, and it's a crazy feeling to see and witness and be a part of that change. I was just at a bakery over lunch, and picking up some stuff for lunch. And in that situation, there's like a baby, and I'm not a fan of human babies, don't get me wrong, they're not for me. But it was nice to have the dog like very politely interact with the young child, because you know you don't want an animal that's dangerous, or you know, because you can't control children all the time. You can't control dogs all the time. You can't control anything all the time, I guess is a fair thing to say. But you definitely can't control children. So, you know, it's possible that your dog is going to be walked up on. And it is nice to know that in that case, the dog's just going to, like, give some sweet little kisses. Compared to... Oh. Well, that was unsolicited, sir. I would encourage you to review what is and isn't appropriate behavior. Also, are you like having gas right now? Why are you like, that effect reminds me of what, the Blood Gonga from Unite, the giant ape creature. And that monster literally has like a fart attack. You know, for as classy as that is. Oh well, you can't change it all, you know. Can we get out? No, we cannot get out. Yep, that is your hunting strategy. That is kind of what I expected to happen. Paralyze and then eat. Which I guess from like, what would the term be? Environmental, statistical, anatomical, whatever. I don't know. The reality of it is a lot of animals do hunt like that. You know, injecting some sort of paralysis, or even like in a kinetic sense, you know, there's always those animals that will physically hold down and restrain. There's very few animals that just kind of like start eating you as part of their attack, you know, or their opening for this combat struggle we call acquiring sustenance. I really hope Baleful Giganox is one of those monsters that doesn't have a lot of hit points. Because it just feels very challenging to consistently be dealing damage to this guy. And he spends so much time raging insofar as well. It's kind of like, okay, like I get it, but I mean, like, I guess it's fair, you know, there's a certain level of like, why are you like this that goes into Monster Hunter. But if some dude came around and was smacking me with a giant sword, you know, I'd probably be upset as well. So I can't, at the end of the day, blame anyone. Oh wow, I prevented that. Oh, Let's just see if that works. I don't know if it did or I was just far enough to not have it bother me. So that was some good damage dealing right there. Let's keep it up. I don't think that egg's close enough to hit me. Nice. Okay, I'm pretty content with that. That moment alone, kind of. Oh, I made a mistake. I think he just went this way, so whatever. Yeah. Doot, doot, doot. Uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, I don't want to be down for this entire term of like the Baleful Giganox is taking a nap, leading into it laying down for me. This is fantastic damage dealing opportunities. Ow, okay, that was some reach. You know what I just thought about? Because I have a shock trap. Will that work on an electrical monster like this? I literally don't know. I don't think it works traditionally on electric monsters, right? So, like, Zinogre can't be trapped in one. But we'll try. And try and get lucky, maybe more accurate. But, you know, whatever. If I have to fight it to the end, I'll fight it to the end. Well, that's not what you want. Great. Fall over. Let me just wail on you. You know, it's weird. In some ways, I'm almost finding this better than regular Giganox. Really only because, like, poison sucks. That's the easiest way to describe the difference that I'm experiencing. Okay, I have to do a thing. I'll be right back, sir. Right back. Oh, wow, yeah, Polisher really, I didn't even need to leave with Polisher. I forgot how quick that makes it. Okay. Thank you for taking a moment. I'm now going to attack your wing. Okay, thank you for falling over. My service will be prompt. You're going to rage again. Which I feel like is a little bit bad service at this point. I'm in your home. And you frankly not seem like you have a lot of patience for this. But you shouldn't run Airbnb if you don't want guests. Alright. Or just a B&B. I guess Air makes it a brand. A B&B is like a classical thing that old couples like to do. I mean, like, run. Oh, I'm gonna get forked. Oh, I somehow didn't. Lovely. I should eventually go back to get some meat or rations. But I think I'll let my... Oh no. Nice. I'll let my thing get one lower. Okay, I don't know if that's like him being injured or just like a runaway. I don't know. You know, and it's odd. I don't want to waste a shock trap early, but it also wouldn't be a bad idea to know something is going to work. Oh, tarts. Ow. Okay, that was pretty good. Are you gonna kill me here, bud? Because I'm not super into the being murdered. All right. Oh, you're gonna dodge my paintball now? All right. See you in a second, dude. All right. Might as well stock up. Who knows what we're gonna be going into? Well, okay, it's gonna be a giant Giganox. That's what it's gonna be. A baleful. I feel like that just means hateful. I don't know. The term B-A-L-E, I imagine, is what is being turned into a greater descriptor here. But it's not one that comes up all the time. I mean, you wouldn't go and have a bad day at work and be like, that person was baleful. You know, at least I wouldn't. Maybe that comes up more in everyone else's life, but not for me. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. You do a scream. I've kind of noticed, for the most part, I tend to have a lot of dragon-esque focused Let's Plays running on this channel. This week, I believe, if my mental calendar is correct, this week I get the first episode of Legend of Dragoon out. And it's just fun to return to that, but I'm thinking, you know, all the monsters and wyverns in Monster Hunter, obvious dragon history and dragon stuff in Dragon Age Origins. You know, it's not a bad thing. Are there any dragons in Mega Man Legends? There's some dragon-like entities in Final Fantasy, I think. But granted, on this channel, the only Final Fantasy thing I've done is Dirge of Cerberus. I think after Legend of Dragoon, I might play Final Fantasy VII, the original. And kind of refresh myself on the game, because like I've mentioned it before, there's a lot of games that, you know, you play with kid brain, especially if you grew up during that era of gaming. And kid brain doesn't always recognize Like the finer details. Or kid brain will struggle with something far beyond what they should just because there's colloquialisms that children aren't aware of, or, you know, commonplace things, or basic how to solve puzzle skills that, like, until you've kind of had a first encounter, it's tough to break them down and know the right direction to take things. And, you know, yeah, Legend of Dragoon, the reason I'm going into that one is because, yeah, I played as a kid, and I remember portions and chunks and, like, certain abilities, but there's large, like, aspects of the characterization and the actual, like, intricacies of the war that was taking place, and a lot of those finer details that I probably find more interesting now as an adult. Oh, crap. Will this be a cart? Will this not be a cart? Let's see. I literally have a corgi putting their head on my foot right now, and it is the greatest joy. It's just a little bit of warmth. It's like before he was just like curled up beside me. Now he is full on laying his head on me like I am a pillow. Very cute. And I'm pretty impressed because, you know, he's like, all of that was intelligible, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna get narked. Yep. He's only a 6-month-old puppy. So that not only, you know, he has, you know, the physical off switch to kind of like relax a bit. He has the bonding to want to do that with me. It was pretty cute too. I was on the walking home from a dog walk today, and this like other puppy planted itself on the roadway ahead of us, and I had to go that way because I lived on the street. And I don't know if you've ever walked a dog and a puppy specifically, and they have this move where they basically become concrete, and they very much like, they just flop out completely, limbs fully extended, head bowed. 100% of the weight is on the bottom of their feet somehow, and you're just like they won't move. They are suctioned. They have created suction with the grass, and they just want to see another dog. And it's very cute. But the other person's dog had done that to mine, and mine loves other dogs, so he was like, yes, say hello to me. And they kind of like walk play down the street because we had to go the same direction. And it was very much a funny thing to observe. Okay, let's get a first aid med in here. And if viable, let's chug another if he commits to a flip or something. Which he does in the middle of me making a statement. Great. I love high health. Now again, I do actually have a negative resistance to, or I guess you could say a weakness is a better description. I have a weakness to thunder in this set. Or lightning. Or electricity. Whatever we're calling it in this time around. Ow. So, I do take a little bit of a bigger hit from that than maybe would be ideal. You know what? I'm right by this door. I'm just gonna go over here, bro. Oh, did he come to me? That's pretty funny. Alright, that's chill. Nice. Hello. I'm now left to presume that that scuttle across the roof was not a I am weak, I am limping type thing. Oh, well, getting blapped. But hey, I'm not getting yelled at, so I'll take a blap over getting yelled at. Never been a big fan of getting yelled at in real life. I don't respond very well to it. There's just like, I don't know, I'm one of those people that I kind of like, I treat the janitor the same as the CEO. That's my mindset. I think everybody's a person. Everybody deserves to be considered and seen and treated like they're human. So when somebody yells at me, I can tell that they're, oh, that's a limp. That's a straight up limp. Okay. You know, you can tell that they are not employing the same sort of thinking. And that's, you know, it feels like an insult because it is in essence. All right. Interesting test time. Does this even work? Looks like it does. Cool. All right. Inexplicably, that monster is fine with being electrocuted. Or, well, more than inexplicably. It's not like it's inexplicable. Like, everything is flesh. It probably has a similar effect. You just imagine there'd be a degree of resistance if you yourself employed electricity. What do we get? Nice. I wonder what the set looks like. I imagine it might be pretty cool looking. Oh wow, that was as big as they come, eh? Interesting. I didn't expect to get a golden crown right off the bat. How lucky. Okay, welcome back. I just did some farming. I don't know off the top of my head. Actually, I do. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Splash water. Yes, it was most excellent bath. Splashing water for 3 seconds is my preferred strategy as well. I'm actually not a bath guy, definitely a shower guy. Although I do like hot springs. That is like the one exception to the rule. Or outdoor hot tubs. It's just outdoor bathing is more my speed. If I'm doing it inside, I'm just standing in like a weird small room where people like go to the washroom, you know? So it's not for me. Definitely a bigger fan of well, okay, what do I think I have to kill that Barioth as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. What do I want to fight more, a Barioth or an Uragan? A Ragan? I don't know. No, I'm just being indecisive. I guess we'll fight the Barioth? Yeah? I don't know. Let's fight the Uragan. I don't know why I'm indecisive. And I got my potions and my traps and trank bombs. Let's see. Do I even have the stuff to make a trank bomb? I kind of remember what it is, but I'm just curious if I can find it from this list. These are all ammo types. Ah, that's fine. What does that make? Nutrients. Neat. Nutrients plus honey equals mega nutrients. Antidote herb, blue mushroom. Interesting. Oh yeah, I cooked some well done steaks. Huh. What is well done steak and a hot pepper meat? Oh, cool. Huh. I didn't know cool drink was bug juice. I imagine these are meats to like, yeah, put down. Okay, I had my fun. Let's go hunt your Uragan. I imagine it will be interesting. I think it's the best term to describe what it'll probably be like. Especially depending on what this other monster is. Oh, okay. Great Roggy. That's not the end of the world. A little bit of poisoning if we end up having to dance, but largely speaking, we should be okay. Alright, Uragan, you're not even the most difficult version of the fight that I'm going to have to do. Because we're doing this one to unlock the variant that comes after. I know. Incredibly fun times. Uragan is definitely one of those fights where I'm like, okay. Like if I have to. Actually, you know, it's weird. It's like Monster Hunter has there's this element of like not enjoying any of the difficulty. And then as soon as you overcome it, it's like, okay, that's very rewarding, you know? Like it feels good to have done. It's like writing, if I'm being honest. I think every author agrees. Writing can be incredibly mind-numbing, but having accomplished writing is one of the greatest feelings that's out there. So sometimes, like, you know, you have the start of a project, and that's easy. You know, I have a cool idea. There you go. That's all that work that's really required for that stage. Not to, you know, minimize people who have ideas. It's just, you know, that's the essence of that part of the process. I'm gonna get rolled on. And then you have, you know, the creating it, which is the most difficult part. You know, it requires all the actual work and taking that idea and making it interesting and applying context and concepts and scenes and characters and, you know, all of that. And then being done, you know, you just get to go, hey, look at that. That's that book I wrote. And it's fantastic. Great feeling. It depends on, like, if you're a bit of a dork. Like, world building, I would argue, is fun. Plotting can sometimes feel a little bit tedious depending on your writing style. I like plotting. I tend to be a bit of a plotter, just to have a roadmap for where I'm taking something. And in my plotting, I tend to do a lot of world building, and I structure it kind of like you would, like a D&D manual, or like a DM's guide for a campaign or a one-shot or something. I tend to structure my novel planning like that. And it lets me look at it and reference it as a setting, not just a bunch of words on a page. You know, breaking things out, locations and characters and historical events and, you know, important concepts or whatever, right? It's easy, especially in a novel. I feel like, I'm sleepy today, I guess, to kind of like ass pull. You know, be in a situation where it's like, oh, how do I write myself out of this box? Oh, well, I have a box-proof knife right here. And then one of your characters has this, like, uncanny ability. And not that, you know, something like that can't be fun or used for effective, you know, scenes. It's just, like, all the time, it's not tough. And if you don't have world building, I feel like you're not establishing stuff in your own mind and in the mind of the audience as early as possible. Now, you know, you could go, okay, hey, my character had to cut themselves out of this box knife in chapter 17, so I'm going to add one to chapter 3. And, you know, you can retroactively go back and kind of establish stuff like that. It's possible. I don't know everyone's process. But for me, I feel like, as silly as the statement as it is, if your characters know something, they'll be able to talk about it and the things that surround it in the universe a lot more believably. You know, it's the difference between somebody being like, oh, I just never thought to bring it up, and someone being sullen when something comes up or an adjacent topic is brought up. And they think, oh, well, you know, there is this, and then they get shushed or something, and you don't get to hear it. You know, there's always these possibilities for how to have knowing details be a changing influence in and of itself. You know, so that's cool. On that note, I guess I should mention that this audiobook series I'm working on called On the Line, it has a Kickstarter live right now. I just put out a video a little while before this with details and talking about the project and sharing some thoughts from the cast. If you're the type of person who likes books or enjoys getting cool shirts as a Kickstarter reward, that campaign is still going to be live up until the end of July 2023. So if you're watching this video in the time period that it is live, give it a look. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, I think, you know, I'd love to do more, or do some. I haven't done any D&D content on this channel. I think that would be fun to talk about DMing, my approach to campaign design. Maybe even, you know, create a series or a campaign as a part of the series. Okay, I'm breaking my sword here, but sorry, I got distracted. Just looking at my dog. Okay, I don't know how I ended up up front. Something wonky. Yes, yes, you're an angry monster. I get it. Oh. That was a pretty lucky dodge. Oh. Okay, my foot is my own. The doggo has let me go. It's funny, you don't want to move when a dog has chosen you, so you're just like, okay, I will stay here until you are done. Thank you, sir. But in reality, you're also like, okay, wow, I can't feel my foot anymore. Oh. Yeah, I can tell I am not good at Aragan fighting. I can tell just by how many health items I have gone through. Oh, Christ. That does not bode well for the the variant version that I'm gonna have to fight after this, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Where there's a will, there's a way. Might be a way paved with herbs. Oh, no, I didn't mean to go in here. Sorry, sir. Excessive loading screens, ahoy. All right. Hello, I am back. Yes. I see that, and I will raise you a smack with a sword. Oh. Well, I just wanted to dodge backwards, but I guess it worked out, you know? Ow. Thought I might have a little bit more distance there, but clearly not. I feel like those rocks are persisting on the arena because they are going to blow up if I get close to them or hit them. Oh, darn it. I don't have any energy drinks on me, so I guess I'm just gonna sleep. Hopefully I wake up before this guy gets me. Very lucky. Okay. Need to pound a cold drink, which becomes significantly less appealing when you imagine it has bugs in it. Now, to be fair, most of us consume more bugs in our manufactured goods than we would be comfortable with knowing. So it can't be all bad, but it felt like it was mostly bug in this ingredient. You know, at least 50% in the construction of the cool drink. Which is not a confidence-inspiring ratio. All right. The rages are good. You know, it means we're making progress, and he's being triggered and stuff. Ow. I'm a little bit iffy on our healing potential. What's been spent versus how far there is to go. Granted, I guess what? Oh, I need to see that effect better. It's, for whatever reason, it seems too subtle and my brain just doesn't pick it up. Okay. Where are we going, Mr. Uragan? And you know what sucks is the one that's next is like, I think it's even harder to hit. Not because of his moves, which is very well maybe. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking about the like defense of its scales and body. Not that it seems like I'm penetrating a whole lot of this guy, so you know, what does it matter, I guess, at a certain point. I haven't had to convert weapon type to beat something in a long, long time. I remember there was a monster back in the day. I say day, but in the title that I'll be playing next, after this one, there's Cadulcis? I don't know. I can't remember its name. It's not in front of me. I can't. It's a big whale. And I could not beat it in time with my greatsword. For whatever reason, maybe I just, like, I wasn't practiced enough with the underwater combat. Maybe I wasn't thinking of an optimized way to approach something. But I ended up having to build an entire other set dedicated to the dual blades, and that turned out to be fast enough for me to beat this thing I was kind of stuck on. But it really has been since about then that I've needed to do something like that. Now, you know, if you were new to Monster Hunter, I would encourage you to change up the weapon types per monster. Try out different things. Have a baseline, you know? If you're having difficulties finding or hitting the right space with a sharp weapon, you know, maybe switch over to hammer. Or healing horn, depending on the game you're in. There are always some other options. And, you know, the game keeps on adding more options, which is pretty awesome. There are some options that are in the online only and not English officially version of the game, Monster Hunter Frontier. And there's definitely weapons in Frontier that I would be really interested in, like, trying out. The Kestis, most of all, is like these gloves, these oversized gauntlets that you can, like, do monk combos with, basically. I think that's awesome. We have Insect Glaive nowadays, and, you know, I see the appeal. I just don't think I've had Insect Glaive properly demoed to me. I think that's the best way to phrase it. Oh, come on. I thought you were invincible when you were down. Or I was invincible while you were falling. It's fine. Yeah, keep on, like, helping me out here, Tiger. I couldn't get my guard up in time. Okay. Now is when I will make a brief disappearance after making sure... Ah, darn it. Okay, well, it's hard to say no to that, too, you know? Like, if he's down again. I gotta try to get a few hits in. I don't think that's limping. Yeah, we'll see what's up. Although we're approaching 15 minutes in. If my timing on that Gigadox is similar to this guy, then I still have a bit short of 10 minutes of fight to go. And this is a big boy, so it very well may be, you know, Baleful Giganoxus avoids a lot, but has lower health. I always find any enemy that tends to give you a lot of openings is a monster that can take the hits. Wow, okay, I just feel like I should just Farcaster at this point. See what I can grab. Paintball, first aid med, cool drinks. Okay. Now let's rest, get back that HP for free. Awesome. All right, let's return. Great Rocky, I am not here for you. If you leave me be, I will leave you be. Aragon, I'm sorry. Your roly-poly ways cannot be abided. Okay, let's do this. For whatever reason, I sounded a little bit in my head there like a president. I think it, like a very, very, very loosely related to like a JFK accident. But then, you know, I've been reading about this new thing, like Bidenomics, I believe is the term that's being used. And it's like a direct comparison to Reaganomics, right? Which was implemented generations ago at this point. And Reagan has, you know, largely been considered to be one of the most influential presidents of the United States for the worst. Because Reaganomics effectively, you know, I think this was happening in the UK as well with Margaret Thatcher. There's like a reconsolidation of conservative power and a way of funneling more money up to the top, which tended to have conservative interests. So Reaganomics was, you know, this trickle-down theory that, you know, if you make sure the rich aren't overly taxed, that they can have successful businesses, that money that they're making ends up working its way into the pockets of their workers and the classes underneath them. Now, people have, you know, we've seen, and it's been proven, that is not what happens. People just hoard their wealth. So the idea of trickle down is not realistic. In practice, it doesn't happen. Whereas this new concept that's being discussed, Bidenomics, And you know, again, direct commentary on the persistence, even in this era, of Reaganomics, is from the middle out, the bottom up. And that is a fantastic way to approach economics, because the last thing, you know, rich people need is to be even richer. They're kind of one, and not even in like a, oh, my business is more successful than your business way. That may be the case. There's lots of rich people who are also losers. You know, who make bad business decisions, who are too big to fail, who have ancestral money propping them up in their expenditures and their endeavors. Whereas, you know, you look at people who don't have a lot of those opportunities, they are severely held back from reaching their potential. And, you know, a lot of people, like, if they're pro-life, they say, oh, you know, you shouldn't abort a baby because what if it's going to cure cancer? I've always been more of the opinion, like, you shouldn't keep poor people poor, because, like, what if one of those people does have the cure to cancer? What if one of those people is going to become the scientist or the doctor that saves your life or creates a technology that improves your life, you know? It even goes to say that people who have had to live the roughest and have the most broad base of experiences when it comes to quality of life are those most equipped to attempt and lead efforts to improve it. They actually know what the issues are. You know, like, you go to a certain point, you know, somebody gets so rich, I don't even know if they know what a problem really looks like. They know what it sounds like, but there's no permanence to the inconvenience of somebody who is wealthy. Everything can be fixed, addressed, mitigated, or prevented outright. Whereas, you know, if you don't have wealth behind you, if something sucks, you either have to come up with a pretty good strategy on your own terms or just live with it. You know, something's broke. If you need to get something looked into and you don't have the ability to pursue that, you just kind of have to go, oh, okay, well, oh no. And that's never great. But if you're rich, you know, you can dig to the bottoms of the earth to find out, you know, why is this happening to me? What's affecting this? What can I do to make it better? Can I just bribe the person who's doing it to make it stop, you know, if it's a personal thing? And you know what? I definitely don't think bribery is the way to do things. I'm aware of how commonplace it is. Greased palms definitely make for quick business. And, you know, nepotism as well. There's those elements to things that, you know, the rich people make more rich people, right? That's the thing. Engineers have engineer kids. Doctors raise doctors. There's this element to, once you're there, it's so much easier to bring other people up or in. Whereas, you know, to get into that world, sometimes, you know, it's not something that even you're going to see. You know, you're going to work really, really, really hard, and maybe someone in your family or your own child, they'll get to the place where, because of what you were able to give them, they could get there. You just get close, or you get to the window. And it's a shame. So I'm definitely a fan of any economic plan, even if it's not for my country, you know. If America sneezes, the whole world gets a cold, so to speak. And as a result, they're a big culture leader with things, especially in the workspace, because a lot of people, and you know, this is true internationally, if you're selling in America, whether that's a physical product, a service, whatever, if you're selling in America, if you have big American clients, that's a great path to success. You're probably doing pretty well. You're reaching out. You're, you know, getting the income that you would hope for. Chances are, because, you know, that's a great business to business, especially alongside American businesses, is legitimately, you know, a fantastic pool of resources and wealth and different professions. So, you know, if you're doing that, you're in, so to speak. But you also have to deal with the reality that, you know, labor laws are different and the approach to work is different, and there's a lot of intensity that's brought with the American work perspective and culture. Especially if you ever are in a situation where you work alongside both Americans and Europeans, because like the difference isn't just vacation times, where the approach to vacation is quite hilarious. But it's more just interesting to observe as well. Anyways. This Uragan is getting close to the point where maybe it'll be capturable. Haven't seen any signs of weakness other than the drooling. And like this, but this has been happening for a while, so I struggled to include it as an indicator. Lovely. Yeah, I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to dodge that. Cool, you gonna roll at me? Wow, you're like really flopping all over the place, man. What are we doing here? What's going on? Where are we taking this situation? Ah, same mistake twice in a row. Do I have Mega Potions left? Did I skip over them in some weird attempt to find them? Okay, great, fantastic. Oh, a scream. All right. Do you have any signs of weakness for me, Uragan? I would love just like one order of sign of weakness. No? Okay. I'll roll away. Classic order, and I recognize, you know, it's important to keep up the traditions, but whew. Interesting episode to follow. All right, Uragan. Ga ga ga. Sir, I don't appreciate what you're trying to do here. Like I see it. I see the work, I see the effort, I see the direction. I just don't think it's for me. Come on. Was that a limp? I don't know if that was a limp. Nope. Oh no. Oh, uncomfortable situations saved by the minion monster. Good. I love when I'm saved by a little dude like that. That, like, very small yet ever-present opportunity is one of the nicest things about ads being in the arena, if not the only nice thing. No, that's not true. The number one is when they're fireball fodder, and number two is when they knock you out of a bigger attack. Now I'm a sleepy boy. Am I getting rolled on? Yep. I figured. Kind of like want to think he's ready for a trap, but I'm not sure if that is an accurate understanding of Aragon. Oh, okay. Got an action hero dive out of that. All right, great, Roggy. This is not your jam. Can you just, like, vacate the premises, please? Now I am completely out of healing items, worth noting. With the exception of herbal medicines, which are not, I repeat, not very good base healing items. They're an acceptable method of fixing poison. Like, look at how it's pitiful. It's not even really worth wasting. Yeah, we'll see. If I just have to throw a cart at it, that's life. My fault for not bringing more healing stuff or dodging better. Okay. Ugh. Like, that sucks. Yeah, it looks like I might have to throw a cart at it. Unless my cat is going to get very convenient with me right now, but I don't think that is going to be the case. Yeah, I have very little health. Oh no! Okay, that is a limping Aragon. So this is now just a game of, can I get down a trap without being one shot? I'll play this game. This looks like a decent spot as any, but I feel like I want him to commit to an action first. Okay. I just need to get him to come towards me here. Nice. Okay, this may now well be dealt with. La 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 la. Heck yeah. 2 successful hunts. Even if they take a little bit, it is still fantastic to get them dealt with. And, you know, capturing saves me a few minutes. So I'm not going to complain. Although I might have to make some more trank bombs. If will I remember for next episode? Who knows? I don't really want to hit the big thing. I just want to hit the little guy. Yeah, take that. Okay, most excellent. Quest completed. Fantastic. All right, that was this episode of Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. I'm just finishing up a little bit of farming here. And then I want to point something out. If you go over here and you stare a little bit off into the distance, you just got Quint. Look at that. Now that's pretty cool. I'm not upset by that one bit. And thank you to those who let it happen. Otherwise, I'll see you around the next episode. Hope you have most fantastic wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And see you then. Bye.